Hey fellow tankers, it's Mobius Y here, and today I'm just going to play a couple games in the Object 140. It's my favorite tier 10 Russian medium tank for little nuanced reasons there. So without further ado, let's see if I can just find the tank. And we'll fire up some games here. So I'm playing on NA West tonight. Looks like a pretty decent server population tonight, so hopefully the wait between games isn't too long. So, I'm just going to fire it up into the queue here. Now, what I like about the Object 140 compared to the other tanks is just very minor differences that I feel make it both a more fun tank and just a more effective tank overall. The biggest difference between the 140 and the 430, and as well as the T62A, is that extra 1 degree of gun depression. The T62A and Object 430 only get 5. Whereas the Object 140 gets 6. And believe me, that 1 degree makes a world of difference. Absolutely. You can utilize hull down positions that you wouldn't be able to in the T62A. Even though the T62A has way better turret armor, sometimes it just can't aim down well enough to get those really important side or rear shots into enemy tanks and cause some easy damage. So we got into our first game pretty quickly here, and we're on highway. Doesn't look like a heck of a lot of 10s this game. Fair bit of 8s. So usually with my mediums on highway, whenever I start off, I like to go to the field area over here in the kind of C2 sort of sector. So I'm just going to head that way first. But I'm going to have to keep an eye on my map. I'm completely solo, so I don't have a platoon that I know is going to be backing me up. So I'm just going to move into position here. Maybe I can get some early spots. Got a T62A coming this way as well. So hopefully between the two of us, if I'm able to coordinate with this guy using the radial commands, we can lay down some hurt on some red tanks. Now, like I was saying, the Object 140, it's my favorite tier 10 Russian medium tank out of the three. For, like I said, one reason being gun depression, but there's a couple other things I like about it as well. I think this tank is the king of snapshots. Honestly, right bumper, right trigger, and it almost never misses. It's absolutely insane. The 62A is also quite good for it. Like right there, just whack that 121, and he had to have been a good 200 to 300 meters away. Now, I've got somebody that keeps coming up behind me here. I'm just trying to duck down in case artillery is looking this way, which they probably are because we were the first tank spotted. That tends to be the case with artillery. So we've also got a Pershing over there with the Chinese 121 tier 10 medium tank. Our IS-6 is getting sniped by something far over here on our right, so I'm going to try not to get in his way. 62A just bounced the sniper on our right. It's got to be some kind of a TD or something because we're not spotting it. Could very well just be their scout tanks. They do have a Wheezy 132. That was a bad shot. Now the thing about the 140 that is very similar to the other tier 10 Russian mediums, it does get really good turret armor for the most part. It's a lot weaker in the top, unlike the T62A. But the Object 430 has a similar weakness. Right in the top of the turret is a really thin zone, easy penetrations. That was a bit dumb on my part. E75 just smashed me. Okay, I'm just going to try and use this hill. Hopefully artillery isn't going to pop an easy shot off on me. I'll just do what I can from here. Already lost our IS-8, unfortunately. Let's see if I can shoot that house down and get shots on this 121. I need to back up my friendly T62A. Ooh, right off his front plate. Bad shot on my part. Unfortunately, sometimes that happens. And the reason I've been playing on NA West lately is the lag has been pretty bad on East. Right into his turret mantlet. Not a good shot there. But that was RNG. I was aiming for his side because I know it's really weak on a lot of Chinese tanks. The 121 is no different. I'm just not aiming my shots very well right now. There you go. 121's got no cover now. He just bounced a shot off of my turret, it looks like. There we go, nice shot. Good shot into his side, it looks like. Ooh, we got a 5100 moving up on my T62A. We're going to have to gangbang him. Hopefully this T61 puts some shots in him as well. Trying to keep the T-62A alive. That 5100 can do a lot of damage to him really quickly. Great shot, good shot. What do we have back at our base? We got a scout back at our base, unfortunately. I'm gonna have to turn around here in a minute. Hopefully this 62A gives me a hand with the T-75. Looks like we put a good shot on him. Oops. There we go. E-75's gone. Oh, this is the guy that's been sniping at us. Another 121. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, that's the same one. I forgot we didn't destroy him. Okay, now that's a T-30. I can't believe he just bounced off my side. Another 5100 sniping at me. Thankfully, he only damaged my tracks. Alright, I gotta get the heck out of here. Oh, this Scouts is gonna cause me problems. I'm getting sniped at by a lot of tanks over there, and this Scout is what's spotting me for them. That was really dumb on my part, turning around. I should have watched the map more. I took a lot of unnecessary damage right there. Pretty bonehead move on my part. Now I gotta go help with the 62A. I'm just gonna wait a minute until I get unspotted. Got a medium down low on the right. That's probably the 121. No, I'm not gonna bother with that. Okay, so me and the 62A, we're going to fall back and see if we can group it on this 121. Looks like we're going to lose the town as well. I have not done much this game, honestly. I've just taken a lot of really bad shots. There we go, right into his turret. Pershing bounced him. Nice job, nice job. Go. Okay, now we've got a... Is that the T-30? Yep. Okay, we're in a really tight spot here. We're going to have to start playing defensive. Two heavies, the E-75 and the STI in town, might be able to put some pressure on them. Hopefully they can get their artillery. That's a pretty big threat for us right now. There's still two 5100s as well. This T-30 just fired, so... Oh no, he's got the 120. Damn! That was a really bad hit. Hopefully I don't get sniped by a 5120. Ooh, back up. I knew it. I'm really not a fan of these ribbons. I mean, granted, the 5100 did the right move there, just by blind firing there because he did track me. But honestly, that's entirely... He could have very well, you know, dumped 3 or 4 blind shots into me because of these ribbons that pop up whenever you damage an enemy tank or cause critical damage, you know, by tracking them or something. Frankly, I just find that really annoying. That was a terrible game for me. Absolutely terrible game for me. Right. So, unfortunately, the artillery's looking at the 62A. Our STI and E-75 are extremely damaged. I don't think this is going to go too well. We still have a 5100 back at their base. Both 5100s are back at their base. Good shot. Alright, 62A is gone. That was a really terrible game. On my part, I have no excuse for that. A lot of really bad shots. Okay, that's the end of that one. Let's take an embarrassing look at the post game. 1945 damage. Okay, so I did my tank's HP worth of damage. That's not a total failure, but man, that was just a terrible game on my part. Absolutely terrible. Still got a couple ops for some bonus silver, but I still wound up losing about 8,000. That was just a really terrible game on my part. Our 62A did really well. Alright, let's fire up the next game here. Hopefully I don't do too terrible. A couple other things about the Object 140 that I like over the other two. It has 55 kilometers an hour top speed, much like the 430, but it's faster than the T62A. I believe it also has the kind of trolley side armor that the Object 430 gets, with those funny kind of wing shapes over the tracks, and that can cause a lot of really troll bounces when people are trying to shoot your side armor. The 62A doesn't have that. The 62A's side armor is really, really flat, and naturally it's thin because it's a medium tank and it's the side armor. Alright, got another game here on Redshire. Lots of 10s. They've got a Waffle, Death Star, E4, 268, 2 T57 Heavy, and 2 E-Hundos. They've also got an IS-7 and an Object 140. We got a platoon of 10s on our team. E5, E3, and a cancerous gun carriage for artillery. So there is artillery this map. The other team has two Tier 8 American artillery and 40-43s. Oh, and the T62A that was just on my team in the last game is one of our artillery in this game. I'm going to just kind of post up somewhere and maybe get some initial spots. Because it looks like the guys coming this way are very slow, so I don't want to push up without support. I'm going to try and post up on this rock here. Sometimes on really, really poorly camoed tanks, you can get some initial spots here. You can also get some good spots in the middle on this T-71. There we go. First hit of the game, and he's running away. Problem is, I can very easily get spotted from that right side, especially after I shoot. So I'm just going to hold my fire for the time being. Let's see how things are progressing here. Ooh, a lot of tanks over there. There's the E4 and the Waffle and the 57 Heavy. Oh, I just got spotted. Alright, I gotta duck down. IS-3 spotted me. Probably got the 57 Heavy looking right at me. Okay, I'm gonna sneak around here, kind of, see if I can support this left side. This looks like where the strong push is. Ooh, that's a bit of a dip. Didn't want to fly off that and take unnecessary damage, believe me. E-Hundo on the right-hand side. Okay, so I can't flank around this, the hill on my right here, because he's sitting right where I do not want him to be. Hopefully this E3 pushes up on this IS-7, because he needs to get off. He needs to get off the top of the hill here. Not looking good on the other side of the map. Ooh, there's one already. Oh, I hit his gun. Unreal. There's the other enemy 140. There we go. Okay, I'm going to back off. I need to support defending our base here because it's getting really badly overrun. These guys are going to keep pushing on the heavy side here, so hopefully they can take care of that IS-7 and E-Hundo quickly, and then close in on the Object 140 and take out their artillery. Otherwise we're going to be in a serious dilemma here back at base. I don't think any of our guys that went this way can really handle coming back. Oh, I got shots on this E-Hundo. Not really. Right off the front plate. Okay, he's backing off, so I'm going to reposition here. Shots on the IS-3. Nope, he's not firing something. There's a 57 Heavy. Waffle should finish him off. Maybe not. Ah, that's a bad bounce. Let's try one more shot. There we go. Dangerous T-54 on my right side as well. Snapshot him. Track him. Alright. I got some good shots here. He's using the Conqueror gun carriage for cover. Yeah, I don't think I can really hit him very well. Nope, he's backing off. There we go. The reason why this tank is so good for snapshotting is because the really high shell velocity of this gun, which is shared across. Ooh, that was a bad hit. It's shared across all 3 Tier 10 Russian medium tanks, so they all have very high shell velocity. Granted, it is APCR, so it's just naturally high shell velocity, anyways. But this particular gun has ridiculously high shell velocity. So really good gun handling, combined with really high shell velocity in this tank is just great for snapshotting. 54 E1 moving up on me. And an E4 on my right somewhere. I don't know what I can do. I'm going to have to deal with this 54 E1 before the E4 gets to me. Alright, I got to pull back, isolate this 54 E1, get away from that E4's line of sight, take out this guy before he gets some backup. Oh, speaking of, I gotta move. Oh! Come on. There we go. I'm dead. Waffle's gonna kill me. Oh well. Got some damage out. And that T-54 is going to cap us out. I really don't know why, because they're up 11-7 right now. And one of our last tanks is artillery. Our E-Hundo has 4 hit points, our Tortoise is half dead, and our Waffle 4 is half dead. And the other tank is artillery, so I really don't see why they're capping out. Oh, he got off. Okay. Going to try and fight it out, it looks like. It's not going to go very well, though, I don't think. Thankfully, I got rid of that 54 E1. Unfortunately, we lost a third of our team in the first couple minutes of the game. They had a really hard push on the west side of the map, which was a little bit unexpected. They had a very light forces come over to the heavy tank valley there on the east side of the map. Tortoise is going to finish off this Death Star. Tortoise just got whacked by something. That must have been the 268. Actually, I didn't really see it. Probably said, but I didn't see. I really like playing the Object 140. I do fairly consistent with it. I don't really have, terrible games all that often. Believe me, I have terrible games. You've probably seen them in a couple of my tank reviews, but I don't really have very many games where I do absolutely nothing in the Object 140. This game, I felt like I did nothing this game, for example, but I still managed 1,500 assisted damage, 2665 damage dealt, and somehow blocked over 1,000. So, not a terrible game, but definitely could have done a lot better to help out the team, and try and secure us the win there. All right, so we'll play one more. It's been about 20 minutes already, so we'll try one more. Really liking the connection on the West server, as well as how quickly it's throwing me in games. I believe it said that the server population was over 3,000, so we're getting into games fairly quickly. Lots of people playing Ace 9s, 10s tonight, which is good. I don't know what the problem is with NA East lately, but it has just been atrociously laggy, and it's just made me rage. Simple as that. Okay, got an encounter battle on Malinovka. If I remember correctly, the flag on Malinovka encounters at the top of the hill in the Alpha 0 sector. That's where the main fight's going to be. That's also where I'm going to go. I can really make use of this tank being hauled down, just peeking over the ridge, not going all the way up towards the windmill, but just peeking over the crest of the ridge there at the top of the hill, getting shots over there. That's something that's a lot more difficult to do in, for example, a T-62A. Even with the better turret armor, it just doesn't quite have the gun depression to peek over and get those really cheeky shots in. You can do it. It gets pretty close, but it has to expose its hull quite a lot. Let's get Big Daddy to follow me in his T-62A again. Third time I've seen this guy on my team. Let's see if we can get something to happen in this game. He had an awesome game in that game on Highway there, over 3,000 damage. I don't see this going very well right now. They've got a couple, they've got a 5120 and a Lorraine. If they're going up to the top of the hill, I don't really have any support to soak up some shots. This could be problematic. I really hope we don't run into their two E100s while our E100s are sitting somewhere else. Speaking of which, where are our E100s? Okay, looks like one's coming very slowly. T-32 coming. E4 is taking the top of the cliff above the lake. I don't know why our IS-8 is camping back there. Does not seem very wise. I don't recall Russian heavy tanks being renowned for their sniper-like qualities. I think I saw a tree get knocked over. I could very well be wrong. E4 must have got a nice shot into him. Good job, good job. He's already half dead. That's good. That is a very dangerous tank. Especially in the later game. We also got a T-30 coming up. Okay, I'm just going to pull back here. Not seeing much else. Oh, there's the Death Star. That's a problem. That was a really terrible shot. Oh, and they have artillery. Okay, Rumbo 1959. Rumbo 1959. That's a Chinese 110 Tier 8 heavy tank. Okay. They've also got their E5 coming this way. So we got a lot of well-armored tanks and quite a bit of firepower coming our way. So we're just gonna have to play conservative here. Looks like artillery is also shooting at us. Let's see if I can pick up this 110. Don't know where that shot went, but I missed. That's all that matters. Every miss is a failure. At least that's my philosophy. Come on. Shot here somewhere. Gun depression. Okay, I don't want to fast cap, so I'm going to dip out. I actually want to get some damage this game. 110. I missed. Problem with the 140. Well, it's both a problem and it can be used to your advantage. The 140's turret rotation is a bit slower than its chassis rotation. So as you saw, I was wiggling there, and the turret was wiggling with me. That can cause quite a bit of bounce as people are trying to aim for your turret's hatches, and because of all your excessive wiggling, it moves at the very last second and they miss. That didn't happen there. He shot me right in my hull. M103 also shooting at me. Okay, I'm going to have to pull back behind our E-Hundo, let him soak up some shots, soak up some artillery from the looks of it too. There we go, good hit on the M103. Sorry, buddy. Just got in the way. Okay, we should be able to take this M103 out fairly quickly. He does have TD support. TD just fired. Oh, I hit his upper plate. RNG. Sometimes that happens. This guy does not look upgraded. He's got the really weak turret. I feel his pain. That thing was atrocious with the stock turret. That hatch in the top of the M103, you can tell it's not upgraded when it doesn't have the machine gun on top of the M103's hatch. He did not have that machine gun. So that hatch at the top of the turret is a lot weaker. Ow! Death Star fired. Just going to try and rush that Death Star. He just fired, took off quite a bit of my HP. Alright, where is everybody? Okay, so we got some guys coming to our spawn. Not that that's really going to do anything. There's the rain. Shot at him. Oh, I missed. I'm surprised that missed, actually. One more time. There we go. And you can see that really high shell velocity in action right there. It had to have been a good 300-meter shot, and it just flew at him, hit him in half a second. That's one of the major advantages to APCR over standard armor-piercing rounds. Is even a gun that doesn't shoot APCR standard, if it has APCR premium ammunition, the shell velocity is significantly higher with the APCR. This Jagger needs to go. Ah, that was a terrible shot. We just lost our artillery too. That was our best chance of taking this Jagger from this far away. Bad bounce. We got a scout tank back here. That should be beautiful. Where did this Jagger go? How is this scout tank just doing so much work to our guys in the back? I gotta go deal with him. He's causing a lot of hurt. Okay, Jaggeru is. Okay, I gotta find this Walker Bulldog. I'm gonna ignore the Jaggeru for now. Now, see, I felt like I didn't do much last game. I really feel like I didn't do much this game. Wow. Not a lot going on, but we'll see in the post game. There's the Walker Bulldog. Come here. Ooh, and I tracked him. Good snapshot. Good snapshot. All right. I bounced, I guess. GG. He's gone. Watch out for the water here. Also got to watch out for a Jagger that can very well snipe me and take me out of the game. Oh, never mind. They're way over there. The Jagger is long dead. What am I talking about? I gotta close in on this artillery, see if I can get some more damage. I can't believe I didn't manage to nab that Walker Bulldog. Good shot by our friendly E4 though. Taking care of him for me. Not a very good performance this game. A lot of really poor shots. Some of them are RNG based, but some of them just really poorly aimed. This artillery is probably going to try and drown himself. Oop. I got 6 damage? I don't know. What can you do? Let's see. Yeah, 1,600 damage. Really didn't do much. I got a lot of assisted damage somehow. I definitely could have had a better game there in my personal opinion. Big Daddy did another really good job. Racking up just under 5,700 damage in the T-62A. Another good performance by Big Daddy 555. So if you ever see this video, Big Daddy 555, hats off to you. 2 really good games in the T-62A. Not bad at all. And the friendly E4 over 5,200 damage as well. And the enemy Jaggeru over 5,000 damage, managing to pen 5 shots with that 1,000 alpha damage gun. I wonder how I got all that assisted damage. 37 after I detected it. 287 detected. 2139 done to this enemy after you tracked it. So that's where that came from. That's how I got 2,500 assisted damage, is all that tracking damage that I did to that E5. Anyways, that's a few games in the Object 140. It's my least played Tier 10 Russian medium, but it's definitely my favorite. Once I hit about 100 games in this tank, whenever that comes around, hopefully in the next couple months here, I'll do a full-on review for it, leading up to a review comparing all 3 Tier 10 Russian mediums. In the meantime, this has been Mobius Y. Thanks very much for watching. Your viewership is always greatly appreciated. Hope to see you on the battlefield or in my next video. Tank on.